title of the speech is How to Get Your Dream Job. So please put your hands together for Toastmaster Waqar Manzoor. Toastmaster Waqar Manzoor, how to get your dream job. I'm anxiously waiting for your advice.
Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, do you want to get your dream job? What if I tell you a 10-step recipe to cook your dream job? Starting from the first point, where you have to remain positive, just like we do in ICAP exam. We fail, we remain positive. We again fail, we again remain positive. We again fail, but we remain positive until and unless we get what we want. Similarly, if we have to get our dream job, we have to remain positive until we get that. Then, after being positive, we have to prepare a CV, because you have to present yourself for that job, and for that you need a resume which will tell about yourself, and we need to spend some time on that. We spend around 18 years of our age on qualification, but we hate to spend 18 minutes on preparing a CV. I would urge every member to keep preparing your CV, keep updating your CV until and unless you start loving it. Look at your CV and say that, is it the best CV I have ever seen? Get it reviewed from your peers, get it reviewed from your seniors, get it reviewed from your friends. Keep working on it until and unless you are able to say that this is the best CV I have ever seen. Because when you say you are the best person for this job, your CV needs to be the best so that you get a call for that job. The third point would be in that recipe to search for a job. And when we say that in pandemic, searching for a job is difficult, so it means that you need to spend more time on searching for the job rather than stop searching for it. Like we do, like you cannot get a job without a reference, or you cannot get a job in this time. It means it's similar to CA exam. You have to put extra effort in order to achieve what you want to achieve. So join WhatsApp group, search on LinkedIn, search on Rosie.pk, search on whatever platform you know, but spend some time daily on searching for the job. I am going to make sure that when you leave this platform, you are motivated for getting your dream job. And for that, you don't only have to search the job, but as a fourth step, you have to apply for the job. All right, so we are positive, we prepare a CV, we search for the job, and now I have started for applying CV for the job. And what we don't have to do is not call friend and tell, man, I have applied for like 3 places, but can you believe that? I haven't got any call. Man, when I qualified, I applied for more than 100 places before getting the first call. So you have to remain positive and applying for the job until and unless you start getting calls and get your dream job. So you don't have to stop. Whenever you see a relevant job, just apply for it and get it. And the moment, the fifth point, when you get a call for interview, that's your half success. That's like a half success already done. That's like passing the prelim in your registered institute. And now is the time when you have to prove that you are the best for that job. You are going to take whatever it takes, but not leave that opportunity. And for that, you will immediately start searching on Google about that company, searching its financial statements, searching its industries. Write its name on Google and search the news around it, and you will search each and everything that interviewer may ask. You will not only search about the industry and the company, but you will also search about the interviewer. If you are applying for internal audit, if you are applying for finance, search the head of that department, search your expected immediate boss on LinkedIn. Read his profile, because it is most expected that he will be asking something similar what he has been doing. Search the profile of HR guy, and so that you feel comfortable when you go for the interview. As a sixth step, you have prepared for that interview before the interview. As a seventh step, you will prepare on the day of interview. I have seen guys appearing in jeans and hood for the interview. You need to be in a formal dressing. You need to be in your best possible dressing for that interview. You need to know whether the tie is in the dress code of that company, whether you have to wear a coat. So you have to well dressed and reach on time, reach at least 15 to 30 minutes before the interview, so that you are not actually sounding like during your interview, because you will have time to rest. Go to the washroom if you feel like going to the washroom. Ask for the water if you want to be comfortable. If you have still time left, search something on Google related to the company so that you get more prepared about the interview, and then just relax. Just like you should do before 15 minutes of your exam. Like you should stop reading about the books and just relax and tell yourself, all is well and I am going to be the best today. As an eighth step, you are now entering the room. So in the room, you have to remain positive. You have to sit straight. You have to have a firm gesture, not like this or like altogether this. And in this current scenario, when we are mostly giving interview over digital platforms, so we need to be prepared about that. How will we look in the digital platform, just like everyone do before their speeches, and Ms. Safina Shahid is doing right now. See that lighting is good in your room, your face is looking good, and be your best when you are already prepared for your interview. As a ninth step, plan how you are going to follow up for that interview. Don't too much follow up like just after 2 days or a week, or don't not follow up altogether. Maybe after a couple of weeks, you can ask that if there is any update, so that you can know that how much effort you need to do more, or is there any chance of getting job. As a 10th step, that is as important as was the first step, and that is keep doing it. Keep doing it on recurring basis until you get your dream job. And I can challenge you, I can bet with you, no matter whatever amount, that if you follow this 10-step recipe, you are going to get your dream job. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Waqar.
What is a dream job? According to Scott Adams, the writer of the comic book strip Dilbert, he said that work is something that you'd rather not be doing, and that's why you're paid to do it. If you love your work, it's not a job at all. So the answer to your question is, a dream job isn't a job at all. So Toastmaster Waqar Manzoor, you started with this topic and something very close to all of our hearts. You had enthusiasm, your gestures are improving all the time. You quoted example from ICAP and papers, and you connected with the audience instantly in terms of having a common ground around the conceptual framework of your speech. Your fluency was excellent today. You are very fluent ordinarily, but today you were extra fluent, if that is a word. Your setup particularly was very good. The camera, the angle, everything. And I was amazed by your spontaneity, because it's not easy to look at the laptop screen and spot someone adjusting their setup and then incorporate that into your prepared speech. So amazing job. That really, really drew all of us in. All the elements of a good Toastmaster speech were there in your speech. The vocal variety, the structure, the occasional humor, and above all, you provided some very, very useful information that we can all use in terms of preparing for an interview, hunting the job, and above all, not giving up. That is the most important thing. And you also were very well practiced, and you touched upon a topic that's close to all of us' hearts, and therein lies the problem. Because the project called for a speech on a topic that was unfamiliar to the audience. So if you had made this a speech to a set of fresh graduates of ICAP, or maybe students during their articleship, then this would have qualified. But among this audience, I know for a fact that except for one or two maybe, all of us are in practice of throwing out our CVs every day, like the morning newspaper. It's no secret, right? Let's not hide it. So in that crucial aspect, your project did not qualify. Also, your tone of voice was very enthusiastic and positive throughout. And therein lies another problem, because a bit of vocal variety was missing. So you could have varied it a little bit. And you had too much movement. I don't know how to say it, because it was not meaningless movement. It was very meaningful, very planned, but still I felt that it was a little bit too much. Could have used a little less movement. So I would suggest to have a rethink about this project and have a revisit, because the unfamiliar part, which was the core and crux of the project, was missing, in my opinion. Other than that, as I said earlier, all the elements of a good Toastmaster speech were there in your speech. It was fluent, it was to the point, it related well to the audience. All of us could connect to it. It had a true connection. But that one thing that was required by the project was amiss. Over to you, Journal Evaluator.
Thank you very much to DTM Talha bin Hamid.